there's 4 good enough reasons not to bring it anywhere near your epiphytic orchids. A good cup of joe. Well, you didn't only just catch me drinking coffee. I made this for a reason, if you believe that. I'm going to be explaining to you why not to put your coffee grounds into your orchids. So we've all heard about what a magnificent compost these coffee grounds make. They're high in nitrogen, potassium and phosphorus, and we can just throw them onto our orchids and our orchids will bloom and flourish and grow magnificently. You're wrong. You're dead wrong. Let me explain to you why. Let me just pack this out, take you to the orchids and show you what's going to happen if we just go throwing this in and around our orchids. And welcome to the Nature Company. If this is the kind of information that you're interested or need to know, please hit that subscribe button and that notification bell so you get notified of all our upcoming videos so you don't miss out on a thing. Now I've got you out to the orchids, I can better illustrate to you why your coffee grounds are not going to be the best things for them. We'll start out first with how wet and damp they are. Coffee grounds tend to hold a lot of moisture, and we all know orchids like to have a nice well-drained media that's not going to allow their roots to rot. With all the extra moisture retention that your coffee grounds are going to be giving, we're going to start having a problem with that moisture retention in the media, and that's going to cause your roots to rot. Not only that, these fine granules are also going to clog up all those air spaces, and we know those roots like to breathe. So basically we're going to land up suffocating and drowning your orchids. So that's just 2 of the basic reasons. But then you tell me, but it's got so much nitrogen, so much phosphorus, so much potassium. I want to feed my orchid all those good nutrients, and coffee grounds have got them. Well, yes they do, but no they don't. The nutrients in the coffee grounds are only available to your plant once they've been through microorganisms. So the nutrients in your coffee grounds need the microorganisms in the soil to break them down so they can be usable by the plant. Also, it needs all that ammonium that's in the soil to react so that those micronutrients are turned into a form which plants can use. Earthworms also play a big role in making the nutrients available to the plant. And you have none of these in your traditional orchid mix. So then you say to me, well, I've got ground orchids. Can I put it on those? Yes, you can, but only the ones in your garden. But then again, potted orchids don't have the same microorganisms and probably don't have those earthworms, and definitely doesn't have the ammonia in it to release all the nutrients needed. And all you'll then do again is make your media boggy. So in the ground, yes, go ahead. Your orchids are going to love you for it. But in pots, it's not a good idea. And this beautiful black gold is actually quite acidic. It's going to reduce the pH of the media and slowly make your media more and more acidic. There's going to be 2 consequences of this. One, this is going to make it too acidic for your orchid to actually be able to grow and thrive. And 2, it's going to make the decomposition of your media a lot faster. So with the excess water, the no air, and the acidity, your media doesn't have a chance of surviving very long. All of those are perfect for decomposition, and your media is just going to rot and take your orchid with it. Now, coffee can still save the day, but not in those coffee grounds. Coffee beans. And we're using this for a completely different reason. We're not using it for the nutritional value, but we're actually using it as a pest control measure. Yes, pest control. Coffee beans tend to deter things like slugs, snails, whitefly, and even mealybugs. So what we can do with them is just take a few beans and sprinkle them around the top of the media. This is going to keep the pests away and it's not going to clog up the media. So coffee is still a win, depends on how you use it. A large number of orchids are epiphytes. They're not going to be growing in the ground, and coffee grounds are not what they're looking for. The terrestrial orchids, if you've got them growing out in the garden, then coffee grounds are a good idea, but in pots, not so much. The coffee grounds are going to increase the acidity, they're going to increase the water retention, they're going to reduce the airflow, and they're going to cause your media to decompose faster. There's 4 good enough reasons not to bring it anywhere near your epiphytic orchids.